Like a nice group starter. So here we go. Into the pistol for Cobblestone. Pro 100 on T side to start things off. I feel like they might have the advantage for the most part, but Space Jam definitely have proven themselves to be the better of the two teams. So let's see how well this one goes. It's Fnatt, first man in, tapped down initially by T-side players, and actually taking the damage by Def will take that kill. Sviat comes back on towards Undo. 5 on 3. Pachino looking for Flourish as the next man. No, it's Flourish to take him down. 2 on 5. 1 on 5 now. As Twixar just left to get picked apart by the T side. Pro 100 kicking things off on the right foot. This is what they wanted to start off with on the T side. Space Jam with not a whole lot of room to breathe here. Get themselves Deagles, CZs. Bits of Kevlar here and there, actually. They'll have just about enough to get into a force buy round for this one. The Deagles are what's pretty much prominent there for the CT side. Indeed. Fnatt, first man in. Great dig on Ivan to shut him down. Kick things off for Space Jam in the way they would have wanted it to. Robin's also there to try and get another good 1D, but only just pulls a bit of aggression and pulls right back. Lost one man already. Fnatt does take Kenzor back, so another kill to the favour of the Deagle on the CT side. Sviat and Flourish do try and right back, though, finally. Connecting those AK kills. Def also tagged up extremely low to challenges against Robin. Robin does fall, however, so T-side for the most part are keeping a handle on things, but Def could get traded super quickly, and with these CZs and Deagles, really anything can happen against Pro 100, so hold on to your hats. This one could still turn around. 45 seconds remaining. Flourish starting to peek up. Twixar already and raring to receive him alongside Def. This could be a very awkward spray out. Spray on through. Takes the headshot. Def close and low. And Twixar gets the double kill. It's all odds. Fiat out to the half-wall. Bomb drop. 30 seconds. The CT's now setting up a crossfire. And Twixar has full control of this when he creeps towards connector. Does take down Undo at the least. But now going to look for Twixar. Spots him. Sprays him. Trying to push him out of position. The Molotov will land a little bit too far to the left. And Twixar gets himself in towards the corner, challenged eventually, and turns the AK for the triple kill. Rifle denied for Pro 100, the conversion denied for Pro 100, and Space Jam take control of the map and the series as a result. Ain't looking good for Pro 100. Not looking good at all. It's a major rip state. And look at Space Jam. They're going with a P90 in this next round. What on earth is this? Madness is what I believe it to be. 5 on 5 instantly in. The AK in for Robin. Just something. Sviat trying to take this Deagle down and try and get the first frag. Looking for Pachino with a nade straight in. Still looking, still shoulder peeking at the Molotov, trying to force him out of position. The smoke to keep them suppressed. I think they spotted where that angle came in from, and it's got a gap on the left-hand side. So perfect opportunity from a CT player from Matrix to take him back. Sviat gets one trade, taken right back out of the action. Undo turns it around. Fnatt's still here with a P90. A close range against Flourish. It should be a relatively easy frag for him to take. He's just trying to find the angle against him. Meanwhile, the T-side make their way in from water room into danger and long as well. And is hearing all of these players and footsteps. Flourish caught on the cross is eventually forced back away by the AK of Robin. All seconds remains. Undo spots a player that crosses. Doesn't know that player's on 16 HP as he tries to hold back. Pro 100 trying to enter on through, and they will push forward close and personal. Ivan, the first man to fall. Undo takes him down. Spray comes back in the second man. Twixar goes down as Robin trades him, and also got the second frag as well. Undo, triple kill for him. I think most of those were in for the UMP, so 2-1 to the favour of the Space Jam side. Starting this matchup on the right foot. Pro 100. Their map pick and all. They're in desperate need of some room to breathe right here. The P90 still stays in play on Fnatt. It's fully equipped for pro100. Should be relatively easily cleaned up by the weapons they have in play for Space Jam. Oof, great nade from Passional as well. Another one from Twixar. That's double down. Ivan and Def straight out. They have a decent idea where they're playing in from now. They're probably going to realize that there's more players out here. And yeah, the boost will come through. Passional ready with an MP9. Forced back away, however, as the T's push on through. He still gets Flaric down, though. He gets Kenzor as well as Fire alone. And he's out of action as well. All 5 stay alive. Space Jam farm up a little bit of cash. It looks like they're keeping this buy up into the 5th round, the first rifle round of the map. You're going to invest into a whole lot right here. Undo. Taking his M4. Looks like he's going straight towards long. I'll be able to take down Fire, and it looks like he will try to take the face against it. The smoke's out. The CT is also going to aggress on a lot of different key positions. Mostly Undo here, but also take a look at where Fnatt is. P90 out towards long and taken down by Ivan. Kicking things off for the T side. And backing right off to wait for more CT players to aggress towards him. Nades down, Kenzor at 63. The best of positions here in the drop-down room, and Twixar starts to move on through. Takes down Kenzor, gets another frag. 4 versus 4 now. Space Jam do get a nice $600 kill towards their bank account. Undu's going to get taken out by Fire, however, towards long, and Flaric still looked for by Twixar. 2 flashbangs in. Sorry, one was a smoke, actually. No, never mind, that's Robin. I can't see what's going on. Robin will still try and challenge Def, but Def takes him down. That's a 3 for 1. The 2-on-4 situation. Favourable, of course, to the T side. Pro100 full control. Taking out Passional means that things get a little bit worse. Ooh, hello. What's my PC trying to tell me? Don't know what, but that was a weird sound he just made. Twixar, 1-on-4. Shouldn't get forced away. Try and push in, look for Fire, spots him. The AK takes his head off his shoulders, and that is the 2nd round on the board for the T-side Pro100. Starting to get things spooled up here. Starting to gain some sort of control above Space Jam, but still this could all turn to dust if they are not careful, so... Bob on Fnatt, 4 M4s, 5 AKs for Pro100. Fnatt going to peek in, try at the first frag, but he can't seem to land it on the first moment. So he looks in for the second one. Can't just, oh, so close on this rock. Ivan was probably about an inch away from death right there, but neither player will know about it. Sviat moves up to Matrix, looking for Passional. Kenzor gets Twixar meanwhile in drop-down room. Can't quite get the second frag. Can't even get control of this position of the map. Smokes go down. Molotovs from Robin trying to hold things out. Kenzor taken out of the action. 4-on-4 as the even trades come to play. T-side stacking their way into long, into most positions to try and go for a B-site hit. They are ready. They are raring to go. Fire looks in. Molotovs go down. Fnatt gets the AWP shot on Def, supported by Robin. Undo takes Viat meanwhile down to the B-bomb site, so it's a 2-on-4 on Space Jam. 15 seconds to defend against Pro100. They have to rush this one out, and Undo just stalling for as many seconds as he can. Denies Ivan the bomb plant, and that's the round over. Flaric has no way to get back into this one. He has to save. And Space Jam will take a 4th against pro100. Keeping them modest. With an eco reset, this is not looking good for pro100 again. Space Jam taking a nice lead above them so far. And actually will call a technical pause. I thought it was a tactical pause. That would have been quite nice from pro100 considering how slow they have been to start in these maps. Regardless, this will give them a small opportunity to potentially do something with it. See the live odds from LootBet, our sponsor. 2.98 to the favour of pro100 to win map 2. So if you feel like they can turn this whole thing around, you can go ahead and do so at loot.bet. But Space Jam, for the most part, have had this series on lock. They can look at the numbers, they kind of prove the points. Flaric outperforming for pro100. And it's great numbers for Fire as well to prove his worth towards the pro100 squad. So it's definitely not an issue with this roster move, but most certainly they might have problems elsewhere in the pro100 team. Just once again, a technical pause, small issue for TeamSpeak for pro100, so now ready to jump straight back into it. Pro100 will decide on a rifle buy as well. 3 AKs coming in. Mac 10 for Kenzo. Force that utility in for Ivan, but smokes in, Molotovs for Siat and Kenzo. And one flash for Flaric, who is the worst off of all the pro100 players. Space Jam. We'll go straight in towards the halls. Sviat going to try and look down towards the blue bomb site in long, but he won't catch anyone. Smoke's going to keep him suppressed. The T-side just going to wait around these halls for a second, gain some information, potentially a peek up towards the drop down and the B sites. See what Twixar's going to do. He's backed off and try and support the long hold, and that does leave the drop room open. Meanwhile, Pashto peeks up on Fire as Fire tries to cover off the footstep drops taken out. Twixar as well. Kenzo with the spray on the map. 10, 5 on 3. Undo still holding towards the stairs. He gets dealt with as Robin takes down Flaric, but that's about all he can do. Just has to recover the AK and save it. A nice confident take from pro100. Spraying their way on through, getting that first frag thanks to Pashano's over aggression, and as well as that, just the gunshots covering off the drops into drop room. Leaving no room to breathe for Space Jam when the push eventually came through. And Undo. It was a valiant hold, but not to be in this case the 3rd round on the board for pro100. They try and lock it down so far. Still a lead of the CT side that is pretty difficult for pro100 to come back into. They have at least got a reset against Space Jam, so that's something to work with, and that's a little something as a bonus. Might be able to boost their way into another good round here. Of course, the AK saved allows a couple of M4s to get dropped. Mag 7 for Twixar. Not the worst, actually, for this map. They can put it in towards drop-down room, could potentially boost him up and get a second good shot against one of the T-side players. For the time being, it's just a basic peek Standard default coming in from the T side. CTs are going to go aggressive for this one. Fnatt is trying to cover off long from water room danger. He's going to see a bit of utility getting tossed out. The flashbang's perfect to keep him blind, and the T's will aggress. He will get one frag. Robin also covers off the other entrance from water room main. Space Jam do lock it down again, but they don't have bomb control. They may be able to get that, however. Robin peeking up, expecting the flashbang, run straight in towards the hut, pops open the scaffolding. Sviat miss, all being well. He's going to try and make his way in towards drop-down room. Will take one, looks for his second on undo, and equalizes very quickly. Both players towards the B bomb site, however. This may pull a rotation, and indeed, Twixar is going to wrap back around to try and defend the drop-down room. Meanwhile, I think Fnatt's going to hear these footsteps, and well, actually, we'll catch the bomb planters. So stalling for a crucial few seconds. 40 left on the board right here. Nades down, flashbangs away. Fnatt just holds face, and they have to spend precious time trying to pick up that bomb and run for it back towards the B bomb site. Twixar spotted up by Sviat, meanwhile, who's holding down this B bomb site, and Fnatt goes for an unnecessary aggressive peek, getting picked apart by Flarich, and it leaves it all up to Robin. 1 versus 2. Should know that Sviat's low. The bomb is going to make his way all the way around into the B bomb site. And Robin, what do you have to do, mate? What have you got for us? Spotted, Flarich takes him down. So it's not to be today. 4-on-4 situation for the score. Space Jam did make it a very expensive round for the T side, but considering they were forcing the issue, I think it's a little bit worse off for them. Pro100 are going to go for a rush down in towards the B bomb site. Pashino could get some serious frags with his CZ. Only gets the 1 kill. Undo back with a P2K. Twixar's going to go falling. Desperate trying to look for one of these frags. This is not going to happen. Robin can't do anything against Ivan either. 4K for the Mac 10. Actually, he's done Glock shots on some players, so I think he may have gotten only $1,200 for those efforts. Regardless, it's a return of investment. And Fnatt's got nothing to do here with a P250. He's just going to run for it, deny that $600 kill bonus. Deny extra money to the T side. Well, ace for Ivan. Relatively simple one anti-eco for the Space Jam side, so makes sense. He's going to invest and replace that Mac 10 for an AWP as a result. You can see what it proves right there. AK's out versus the M4s of Space Jam. Weapon advantage for pro100 in terms of those one-tap headshots, and of course the big green gun in play from Ivan. He'll take it out towards the A site, try to go towards mid-yard and catch an opening frag. CT's on a Gresh down long, meanwhile, challenging against them. Look at the close range play coming in from Sviat. Undo takes him down. I think they kissed each other in that smoke, but that's an opening frag to the favor of Space Jam. And Undo looking for a little bit more in this case. The utility in use, Space Jam holding off for as long as they can against pro100 players. They've already got that first pick. They know they've got the advantage when the push comes through from the T's, so just holding back and waiting. Def gets caught off guard, meanwhile, taken out by Twixar. Holding down some presence here in drop-down room. Looks for his second and takes out Kenzor, denying the T-side presence. Meanwhile, Fnatt has got 2 players creeping in from mid at the half. Or Flarich spotted, sprayed on through. Twixar gets his triple kill, and Fnatt gets 1 more frag. 12 HP for Twixar, even staying alive and getting another frag after the fact. All 5 remaining in play for Space Jam. AKs have been recovered. New open play from Fnatt. We'll try to boost Space Jam's positioning here in this map. 5-5. They even up the scoreline against pro100. They've also got their AWP out to play for. Space Jam up for the reset now. Both teams are shot for the reset considering where pro100's economy is at the moment. Spokes go through, grenade in. Undo trying to defend against the T-side, but takes a bit of damage of his own accord. Not a major amount. CT's trying to return fire with grenades of their own, but not much comes out for it for now. Oh, that 1-for-1 trade there is Kenzor. Tries to get the opener. Twixar will trade him right back, have with the AK. Drop down run presence taken away from the T side at the moment, so Space Jam. In decent stead for the moment. Let's just stack players towards the B-bomb side, which actually will be a bit of a problem. Maybe they could catch Flarich off guard. The bomb's making his way towards A, and there's no CT presence there. Fnat's going to think about rotating back away, leaving the drop-down control to the favour of Robben. Hold it from passive, and it's all up to this AWP. Cross from long locked, looks for Def, spots him, also spotting players crossing. He's going to get forced back out as Robben does pick off one towards the connected position. They spot out two. Fnat knows now that the bomb is making its way on towards the A site. Siak covering off the lower balcony. I guess anyone peeks up there. Robben almost got his head taken off his shoulders for it. The flashbang comes out. Sviat completely blind, but he still holds his position. Oh, hello. Twixar takes him down. Undo takes Ivan as the next man. Def will try and return fire, but he gets traded in a 1-on-4. You can only get the one. The Space Jam take the 6th round for their CT, so they take the lead back away from pro100. With that bomb plant and pro100 getting 2 rounds of loss bonus, it's just about enough to line up another buy up here. Khalil from Ivan will be the worst off. Svat's got the full set of Kevlar, as does Kenzor. Everybody else with AKs. Space Jam. Already spotting players out. Passionate. Vision on 3. Good idea with his default setting up the nades. Going to do some serious damage. Invincible takes down Ivan. Undo gets one turn sprawned with the second, but Def returns fire. Takes both those players out. It's all for Twixar now on the B side defensive, and he goes full into the hands of Def. A 3K overall. And Fnat got the AWP, trying to force the issue away from them. One-shot kills against these players. Def will actually not burn. He gets himself off a Matrix just in time. Molotovs come through. Fnat going to get pushed away with a flashbang. Def trying to try and line them both up, but Robben takes him down. It's all on Flarich as the last man. Taking fire, taking some damage against the CT side. He will get the kill back. 1 versus 1. Space Jam put up a hell of a fight. It's all down to the AWP now to finish the job. Take Flarich out of action. Actually, he will go getting the bomb. Wrapping all the way back around to the Hooves. It looks like he's going to go for the A-site play instead, and Fnat has no idea of what's up. "30 seconds remaining. Smoke goes down towards connector. Fnat's going to realize what's up. Flashbangs out, and Flarich going to get the bomb plant for red door. 1v1, AWP versus AK. Flarich needs to turn a good flick on towards his head. Spots him at the half wall, but Fnat has the good read on where he is. And gets the frag out. The fuse will come through. A 7th round on the board for Space Jam. Try as they might. Pause coming out for pro100. Tactical in nature. And they need it right now. They can't afford to let this map slip out of their control like it did on Mirage. Space Jam 1 away from taking their CT side half. Space Jam looking to turn their second map win in the last 3 months on Cobblestone above the Pro 100 squad. So it would not be a very nice series for them, or a very nice map to lose in this series. But needless to say, Pro 100 after this technical pause better be, or tactical pause I should say, better be ready to step things up. 7-5 at the moment. Both teams on the full buy. Ivan's going to be limited for Pro 100, and all of the T side will be limited of their own accord, lacking in utility. The smokes, the flashbangs, 2 Molotovs. Sviat actually getting blinded off by a smoke, in fact, is just suppressing those incendiaries coming in from the Space Jam side. Of course, they've got plenty of it, and they used up most of it already. They've still got loads. 2 full sets on Robin and Fnatt. Twixar trying to find the first frag on Kenzor. Knows that they made their way in towards drop down. Holding this one angle of window, looking for Kenzor. Flowich may just join him. Meanwhile, Undo looks out towards Matrix. Can't catch vision of these guys just yet, but regardless, the CTs have so much pressure, and Twixar looking to move on through. Kenzor, peripheral vision doesn't spot him, but he switches out to the AK at the wrong possible time. Flowich gets him down and looks for the second frag. 2 for 1 to the favor of the T side. And Space Jam overextending by just a small amount. Concede their man advantage. Now it all comes down to one man on the site itself. Undo back of fountain sprays on Sviat. Looks for Flowich as well, but Flowich trades in. Fnatt takes down Def to a 2 versus 2 on the AWP. And looks for a frag here in the drop down run. Flowich spots him, but no! The AWP takes him out and leaves it all on Ivan. A Galil and a Dream. 1-on-2 situation. This rifle underpowered, but 2 1v1s to take. If he can win them each, he'll win the round for Pro 100. A round they desperately need as well. Time is ticking. Both the Fuse kids out. Robin and Fnatt peak close together. And Robin is the man that finds the frag. 2k for Fnatt with the AWP as well. Great defensive. Great retake coming in out towards the drop-down room position. And 8 rounds on the board for Space Jam. They take the half. Pro 100, 2 more rounds to get. They could still make this 8-7. All is possible in the server right now. Full rifles, still Pro 100 are limited on utility sets. 4 smokes in total, but a single Molotov and 2 flashbangs. Not the best setup in the world for the T side. Pro 100 go for it, Fnatt. Taking a good shot on shot towards the next man. Def looking to get out towards Connector. Oh, he's got an angle on 2 CTs, but no, Fnatt takes him down, turns back towards the B-bomb site. Meanwhile, Kenzor has taken 2 players out, and Flowich does catch off Twixar. Looks for Fnatt, but Fnatt's just so on point with this AWP today. Gets out towards drop down, looking for a little bit more presence. And he takes down Kenzor for the triple kill. How is he still doing this? Finally, Ivan shuts him down. It's all up to Robin now. Out towards Connector. Ivan looking for his double, and he gets it. Pro 100. A struggle to get towards the B-bomb side, but they do overwhelm Space Jam just enough to get their 6th round. And actually reset Space Jam for the last round of the half. They force it out. Of course, the AWP going to come back in for Fnatt. He's been absolutely on point with it, but a Mag 7 and Famasa, Deagle, and a CZ is balked, if I ever saw it. Of course, they have to go into this round. It's the last round of the half. Into a force buy. They've already won the half, but if they can get a 9-6, then a T-side pistol would be absolutely devastating to Pro 100 at this point in time. 1 minute 40 into the early part will go for Nat. Flashbanged out, but the AWP turns on towards Flowich. Flowich does take him down, and he turns onto Robin as well. 20 HP, but 2 kills towards his belt, and both of the key rifles are out of play. The shotgun on Passionate back towards drop down, and meanwhile Undu's got to take the long range positions with a Deagle. Good for this kind of range, but he's got to land the headshots, and he's already flashed out of the one position he could play Overwatch from. As the teams move up close, get the bomb down for Cannon Corner. CTs just get closed in from Svap. Gets himself 2. Twixar, Pashino down. It is all up to Undo to ace clutch it. There is no room to breathe. This one looks like it's over, and 8-7 will be the end of the half to the favour of Space Jam. Still feel like they could have had a bit of a press towards that 9-6, maybe 10-5. They were very close towards 10-5, but nah, all 5 players stay alive for Pro 100 at the end of the half. Was a struggle. Slow to get started in this map, slow to get started in this series overall. So, Space Jam with a T-side half. They win this pistol. Again, it will still be quite devastating for Pro 100. They have got second chances, though, so I imagine that there will still be a decent shout. Let's see how the pistol round turns out. Buy-ups coming through. We've got Def on the double flash and defuse. Kevlar for most players. Kenzo still yet to buy. Is he going to go for extra utility? If he puts that out for Pro 100, that might be a decent shout. He's going to go in with a CZ and a grenade. Alright then. Imagine the pistol will play close towards the B-bomb site, maybe in towards drop down. Space Jam have 2 players with HE flash smoke in. Utility heavy for Space Jam. 3 players with Kevlar to try and take the duels, and they are going towards the A-bomb site where it's only Flourish to hold. Kenzo's going to rotate quick and actually get the nade out ready and waiting in case his teammate goes down. The USP is the first player to peek. Try and get the first frag, but not in this case. The T side out in their default, putting the nades in to try and get some early damage, maybe flush Pro 100 players out of their necessary positions, but it's a B site defensive for the most part, and actually a B site hit coming in from Space Jam. They could walk right into Sviat. They put smokes down towards A, actually. They could coax in a rotation, and yeah, 2 players are going to go. Meanwhile, Pashino is going to challenge up against Fire, but Ivan and Sviat lock it down. Robin gets 1 frag. Ivan still lining up headshots. He drops the bomb for a second time. Spots Undo. They know where he is. They know what to do. They rotated CTs back towards the B bomb site, and Undo has got a hell of a task against him. 1v4 to clutch it out, and the USPs bear down on him. Kenzo gets the CZ shot, and Pro 100 take their CT pistol. And no bomb plant coming out for Space Jam at the moment. CZs will still in play. Undo, Robin, Fanat, Pashino. Twixar's got a Deagle, Kevlar helmets for most players, which is a smart choice on the T side. No AKs recover for Pro 100. They've got the M4, the FAMAS, which will do damage, but not one-tap headshots. And the MP9s on 3 players, definitely not one-tap headshots. As Def, the first MP9 player, is forced out of drop down. Kenzo kicks things off. Gets Pashino down. Opening up the round for the T side. A minute still left to go on the clock. And Def spots players making their way in from the mid position. Pro 100 trying to get the one up against Space Jam, and indeed they will connect a second frag, a third flag with Flarix landing 2 swift headshots. Kenzo gets 1 before he's traded, but Undo once again in a 1 versus 4. Nothing he could do with the bomb out in the open. And not many kills coming in for SMGs in that round, so Space Jam don't necessarily make up the money. Also, Pro 100 don't make up the money, I should say, but still, they win the round. That's the most important thing. 4 players staying alive means that they don't have to reinvest too much into this round. They will put the MP9 back on Kenzo, though. Interesting they're not investing into another M4 to set up for the rifle round that's coming up in round 19. Space Jam with an eco to set themselves up and prepare for it. They go rushing straight into the B-bomb site. Ivan clearing house, lining up 2, 3 frags. Flarich from danger. Try and shut them down right here. Once again, it's Undo in a 1vx clutch situation. M4 recovered from the CT that dropped. They will get the M4 to FAMAS back in play. So Ivan will reinvest. AWP can still come out from Pro 100, and yes, it's going to come through. Space Jam with AKs to play with, however. 3 rounds of loss bonus on the investment. Pro100 with a round that could put them in the home stretch for this second map. They want to try and force us to a third map. It will be Inferno if we have to go there. Space Jam would love to close this down right here, right now, to open up the Group A. Twixart kicks things off. Flarich goes down. Ivan looking for one of these players from danger, but all 4 have crossed. They missed the 5th man. Def still going to peek on through towards the half wall. Sprays on through, but it doesn't matter. Ivan and Def go down as Sviat close range rotating in, but Undo trades him. It's all Kenzor. From the backstab, desperately spraying away with the MP9. He can't do anything against Pashino, who takes him down. AK firepower is on point. And 9 rounds will be on the board for Space Jam. Pro100 look to buy right back into the CT side. Up for Ivan, 3 M4s. Kenzor limited on the FAMAS. Ivan's ready to try and shut this whole thing down. The Orps out, spots the first man, legs down Twixart though. Twixart takes the big green gun out of play, and again they cross past danger before the trade can come through from Flarich. Def quicker on the rotate this time, could take down several. Flarich is going to lock out the crossfire from the other side, and Undo will trade him 2 for 1. Sviat's still going to peek on through towards half full. Undo deals with him, however, as well. It's a 2-on-4 with 3 players low. Def can still connect this together, gets himself 2 frags, but Fanta and Undo still have themselves set up. They stay alive. 3 kills for Undo. And Space Jam equalize at 10-10 now. Pro100 have to concede yet another round. Deagles, USPs, Kevlar for Flarich, and a flashbang from Def. We'll push 1 player in towards mid. They stack B, and I think if Space Jam play this default right, they will get the info as appropriate. They have, for the most part, played away and played pound for pound where Pro100 are doing. Default pushing in from mid. They held back towards mid. Pashino. Ooh. Is he spotted? Both players couldn't see each other above the smoke, but Pashino does catch the man on the boost spot box, kicking off the round for Space Jam. The eagle shot comes in from Flarich though. Return fire from the AWP though. Out towards long. Space Jam will still make their way in towards the B-bomb site. I think they're expecting a stat, but I think they know that they can win it against these pistols. Twixart, 2 good entries. Undo follows it around, and he has just been on fire so far in this match. 17 kills. Twixart, the only other man that leaves the charge at 20. Good stuff from both of these players. The Space Jam take control again against Pro100. Look to lock out yet another round. The 12th could be on their T-side broad. Pro100. And their default setup, 2 towards A, 1 drop, 2 towards B, and Twixar's already going to open it up again. This same default that they just exploit Pro100. Get the first frag towards mid, go too quick. Ivan can't get the trade back. He will set himself up on the defensive and will take down Pashino, but Twixar's bearing down on him, and he gets this frag every day of the week. Def will take a lot of damage getting the trade, though. It's a 3 versus 3 with a health advantage for Space Jam. Flashbangs in, Def completely blind, but Undo runs straight into the crossfire, and Kenzor takes him and pays for it. But again, Robin aggresses. Quick trade. The bomb gets dropped as he gets a second. It's all up to Fnat now. 1v1. His AWP was stupid in Mirage. Let's see if he can do the same here. He's actually going to swap out to the M4, which could be an advantage against Fiat. I think he knows where this man is. He's got utility. He could smoke off the connector cross, but does he realize? He's just running around making up some noise, but he takes the Angel and he wins it out. AK firepower to bring the T side back at the advantage. 12-10 now on the Space Jam board. With the AWP saved, Pro 100, 4 rounds of loss bonus. Not enough money to invest in full. They could half buy, they're probably going to eco it actually. To get the full sets of utility out to try and hold against Space Jam. The CZ's out in 5s. 2 smokes and a flash. You've got to consider the teething period of Pro 100 at this point in time as well. Very recently, literally yesterday, bringing Sviat into the roster. Whether the chemistry has lined up for them is something yet to be said. So we're going to push on through. Def is going to try so we can take that Pachino. Close on this smoke. The AK sprays on through. Def spotted, sprayed. 2 players take them down. Robin gets one more frag. They still know that Def's here, but he turns on towards the double, just about restoring order for Space Jam, but still CZs are in play, and Twixar doesn't realize that Ivan is so close towards the drop down. Looking in towards utility room. Spotted, sprayed. Loses a lot of health, but not going down. Kenzo is the man on the B-bomb site. Backed up behind Fountain, CZ in play. Flashbangs, smokes, Molotovs are pulled in to try and flush out positions. They've only got a few bits and pieces left. Kenzo with it all to do, and he just can't do it. Ivan will rotate and try and pick up the mantle, but he falls all the same. Flaric, 1 versus 3 situation for the CT side. And the bomb will get planted. 13-10 looks like our scoreline. Doesn't look like Flaric wants to challenge this either. Best is to keep those $300 away from Space Jam. You can get an exit, and sure, might be able to pick up one of these drop rifles actually. Will he? No, he's not. Runs into the bomb site, finds nothing. But max loss bonus up for Pro 100, the double AWP setup in play. This is super, super difficult to work off of, though. Space Jam. They realise that they're going to take the aggressive peaks in. Fnat's going to try and turn the AWP aggression for the first time to the favour of the T side. And he makes it work on Kenzo. First AWP down. Nade damage done. The CT trying to defend against it. The T's pour out along, and Def is the next casualty for the defensive side of Pro 100. Flashbangs 5-on-3. Undu's going to lose a lot of HP and he gets traded back, but Robin's still fragging. Completely flashed out. Sviat's blind and Flaric is alone. In connector. 4 players to find. An ace clutch for the man. But the bomb isn't planted just yet. They're wary of his backstep, but they will pick it up and they will rotate it towards the B-bomb site. They've got full control of this one. Space Jam now 1 away from map and match point. So a very confident series in our Group A opener. Pro 100 with it all to do now to grind back up. And the loss bonus just doesn't look good for the max loss. They've got to consider if they're going to force the issue. CZ coming out from Flaric and from Def. Looks like this is the beginnings of a half bite at the very least. Well, 1 USP. Will Kenzo go in with the 5th CZ is the real question. Looks like he might have just done that, yeah. As Twixar, Robin lead the charge. That's also got his sick AWP skills in the frags. 5 CZs for Pro 100, 5 bits of Kevlar, no head armor, understandable. Space Jam have AKs and AWP. And under these close range positions, what can the CTs get done? They are in decent standing to gain control. Still control away from Space Jam. We know how OP these CZs can be, but pro100 just need to put them into effect. They've got to stack in towards drop down the flashbang, try and clear out the position and try to see if they can get a good frag cross-firing these pistols down. Flourish, meanwhile, going to get peeked on through. I think Undo spotted out a pixel, but that was just clearing out corners. The smoke will be there. And Flourish will push in. Will he actually find the angle above him? No, Undo. Edge of the smoke, sprays him down, takes him out. 5 on 4. Favor, of course, to Space Jam. CT's was a little bit of control with Flourish going down as well. Utility out of play. A flashbang for the T side. A little extra flashbang for the T side to play with. They make their way in towards water, and Kenzo and Ivan are going to aggress it. Actually, they may still be able to catch off players. Never mind, Undo takes down Ivan, but still Kenzo will aggress. Fnatt spots him, taps his way on through with the P250. Can't quite take him down though. The CZ returns fire, and the AWP stays out of play, but will Space Jam try and pick it up? Will Undo try and pick it up? Meanwhile, the CTs aggress. Look at Sviat's position. Can get a backstab. Never mind. He goes down, as well as Kenzo getting taken out. Death close. He gets sprayed. Robin finishes the job. And Space Jam are on map and match point. It was a bit more of a fight to get there on cobblestone, but regardless, they are one round away from taking the winner's spot in the group. And our loot.bet odds prove the point. 3.49 to the favor of pro100. They agree that it looks like Space Jam are going forward on this front. 2 AWPs. CT side, one last chance to set themselves up a comeback. AWP in from Ivan, takes down Twixart, kicks things off by taking out one of the big fraggers for the Space Jam side. They all make their way in from mid. They've got no long presence on the CT side. Scratch that, they've got Flourish here, who could still backstab, but will they deal with him towards danger in the same way they have Ivan? Almost locking on through the smoke. Flourish takes down Fnatt. Sviat takes down Passional with Robin falling. It's all crumbling apart here for the Space Jam side. Undo out in the open, out in the fire, and Ivan locks out a triple kill with the AWP. pro100 are not done yet, as they delay the inevitable, potentially for another round longer, but can they potentially push it a little bit further than that? Can they get the 15th round? Can they push us to overtime? It's all possible right here in the CT camp, but let's see what they can do. Ivan first in, spotted out by Fnatt, taken down. Not a good start from the CT side. Fnatt looks for a little bit more. Smokes in. AWP recovered. I'll take that away from the CT side, and whether he realizes that there's a second AWP in play is a question that will be answered in a couple of seconds, but Flourish picks him off. Back to a 4 versus 4 will go. Kenzo trying to hold down long. He's seen some T-side presence. He's trying to get a wallbanger through towards drop down. Is that what it looks like? Molotov's in. Sviat forced back. 4-on-4 situations, the T side. Hold face for a few seconds. They've got a minute. And drop coming in. Twixar. Def knows what's up. The flashbang's over, but Passional takes down Sviat. Def trying to spray on through, but Robin gets a trade back. 2 versus 3 as Flourish and Kenzo combine into a 2 versus 2. Last 2 that remain. Flourish going to look for this frag. Got to get it on Robin, and he will be able to do so, but it's all on to Undo. Turning it to a 1 versus 1. Flourish for the 4K. And he's rotating all the way back towards the A bomb site. Is he setting up a backstab? Does he think this is A? Going all the way, the long way around, and Undo is playing perfectly against it. He's into drop down. He's going to hear these footsteps in a couple of moments' time. Flourish slowing things down as a result. Undo slowly making his way out towards A. Bomb on his back. An AK in his hands. He runs straight for it. Doesn't have any idea of where this guy is, but he will get the bomb plant for it. Flourish up for the clutch. 19 HP versus 100. Undo needs a single tap, and he will finish the job for Space Jam. A 2-0 series for them. Flourish with it all to do for a 4K. A clutch for pro100. Defuse kit in hand, spotted Undo. He takes him down. And we are not done yet. pro100 and Flarich refuse to die as they get their 12th on the CT board. Space Jam. Maybe looking a little bit worse for wear in this round. They have got money to invest. Pashino is going to be in a couple of issues for it, but fortunately there's enough cash for everybody else to drop him. So AK out, 4 full sets of utility. I imagine Pashino will go for the same as well. And Flarich brings to the table exactly what pro100 needed. AK saved, AWP for Ivan. Invested M4s and invested AKs for the Space Jam side. It's going immediately in towards the mid play as well. This time it's actually an A long play. With the AWP holding down mid in case the CTs try to push it again as the two T-side players try and take control of A. We've seen very little of this out of Space Jam so far in this half. Oh, Pashino getting so close with those taps and sprays. Takes Kenzel to 43. It's not a kill. But it is enough to gain a small advantage for the Space Jam side. .55 seconds remaining. As Flarich is the man with the advanced angle in mid, pushed out towards water room. Ready and waiting for T-side players to come pushing through. Kenzel also backed up. Was out towards Matrix or repositioned to a more passive angle. Ivan taking a little bit of damage. Undo trying to push in. He's out towards wood. Knows where Ivan is. Smoke to cover off the Molotov. Can't get the cross, unfortunately, but he still looks for death. He's got a good lock onto where he is and holding his presence here. They're pulled in a rotation. Oh, Kenzel pushes on through, but Pashino takes him down. He spotted the bomb, but it's a free and open B bomb site. With the rotation being taken out by Undo, the aggression from Kenzel, he'll pay for it. As Flarich takes down Undo to a 4-on-4 situation. It's only the lurker, though. The main T-side force is held back here in the back lines of the B-side. Robin takes down Sviat, and Fanta gets death. It's all up to Flarich and Ivan. They get one trade. And Twixar's on 21 HP. There's room to work with, but not much here for the CT side. A clutch again from these two players as Ivan moves. Twixar not spotted. He sees the gun barrel, though. He waits for the man. Meanwhile, Fnat's coming in from the backhand side. Ivan takes down Twixar. It's all up to Flarich. Again with a clutch, a 4K for him. Spots Fnat, takes him down. Knows where the second player's coming in. He hears the footsteps. Spots the foot. Sprays on through, and Flarich clutches it. pro100 barely get the defuse together. And Flarich barely scrapes a 13th round for the CT side. pro100 just look to stay alive. That's it. Up for the comeback. 2 rounds to overtime for this CT side, and surely are they going to make this work? Mag 7 for Def, MP9 in for Kenzel, double ups out from Sviat and Ivan. Flarich with the M4 as well to play for. CTs have 2 players on either side, with Def holding down the drop down room as passive. This Mag 7 just ready for anyone to round the corner, just buckshot them out of the server. Call it a day and look for the next man. .45 seconds remaining. Ivan. Down the mid position. And Kenzo is ready and waiting. Sviat Got the AWP in play. Double AWP set up as the flashbangs go over. It's Kenzor to get the first and the second. Maybe not quite the third. They almost line up to Sviat, but he suffers the 5 HP damage. Def comes in with one more buckshot on the Mag 7. Fnatt takes down Sviat, however. 3-on-2 situation. Make it 2 as Ivan goes down into the connected position. Undu going to make his way in for the backstab. He's got 9 seconds on the clock. They've got to get the bomb down, and Undu's going to lock down one. Look for the second frag. And Space Jam do win it out 16-13 and 2-0 in the series. It is an unfortunate turn of events for pro100. They've still clearly got some issues with their lineup, their newest lineup, of course. So things not going out well for them, but that's about it for that series. That's about it for the moment. We do have one more match coming up, however. And that is all to play for in a couple of... Oh, actually, in about an hour's time, I believe it is. It's Fours versus EPGs. Sviat's former teammates take on one of the best teams that I've seen from Russia in a little bit of time, so don't go anywhere. Well, you can go somewhere, but make sure you come back in an hour for that match. It's going to be a good one. See you after this.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.